from the Topper Machine. I'm Josh Topper. So many of you maybe remember the video I did on the repair of the feed box on the Maury vertical shaper, or what is more commonly known in the United States as a vertical slaughter. Now, the feed box had a bunch of problems in it, and when I changed the oil, I put in a drain plug that was modified with a magnet. So in this quick video, I'm going to show you how I made that magnetic drain plug. So that drain plug on that machine in particular was a 3/8 inch NPT plug, pipe plug, just a standard plug. And what I used were these rare earth magnets, and these things are extremely powerful and actually very inexpensive. Let's see if I can get one off here. And I just bored into the plug and then inserted it with a little bit of epoxy. And that, you know, in theory, it should never come out. It's in there. I mean, these things are super strong, but I just wanted to make sure it wouldn't come out. So what we need to do is we'll measure this thing and make sure I have the right size end mill here. If I remember right, I used 1/2 inch last time. And of course, we're going to fight this all the way to measure it. Oh, there it goes. 475, so 1/2 inch end mill will be perfect. And trying to get it off is the fun part. So we'll get the plugs set up in the mill. You see how that thing just snapped out of my hand? Good power, them things. They'll pull a lot of material out of the oil. And we'll get the plug in the mill, get the end mill in there, and start boring this thing for the magnet. Now this isn't a super precision job. We're just going to put it in there and eyeball it up, get it as level as possible. In fact, maybe that way feels better. Yeah. Clamp her in the vise. Take our 1/2 inch end mill here and get that in the mill. Again, because this isn't super precision, we can just kind of eyeball it in. I'm going to bring the table up a ways so I don't have so much of my spindle sticking out. We're in there as centered as I think it needs to be. I mean, like I said, this isn't precision. We're just trying to make a drain plug to hold a magnet. And these magnets are 230 thousandths thick. So what we're going to do, we'll bring it down and just touch. And we'll back the knee down. So I set my quill stop here. Now we'll turn it on. I'm at my stop and bring it up just till I touch. So now I've got my stop set and I can bring the knee up to, I'm going to come up 200 thousandths, so I just got a little magnet sticking out. We'll zero my scale here, and then 1/200 thousandths. Now it's just as simple as coming in nice and gentle and boring it out. And you use a center cutting end mill on this. If you don't have a center cutting end mill, you'll have to drill a pilot hole. And there it is, 200. So now that it's all drilled out, and it came out very close to center just by eyeballing it, which is all we ever needed. It doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. Last time I used epoxy, which I think is probably overkill, some good silicone RTV. I'm just going to put a little dab of it in there. It's not going to take much. Son of a... You know, every time. I dug that out already. Now I got a plug in there. I have to clean that out. Well, you know what? I got a gob of it. I can work with that. So we'll just put some in the hole there. And if I can get my magnet off, this is where it gets fun. Trying to get it in there. It's got to go in straight, otherwise you're going to have problems. And I already got a problem. I try to dig it out of there. These things are so powerful, they're hard to get in there. Oh, so close. I got silicone all over my fingers now too. I'm just going to try this. Slide my tool up under there. There we go. It's in there. It's in there. I'll wipe up the excess silicone off this thing. We don't want that boogering up our threads going in. Now I can clean up the rest of my mess. It's almost like Never Sees, it gets on everything. So, not as simple as that. Nothing simple about working with these little magnets. They are super powerful. So how powerful are they? Well, let's find out. So I'm over here at the back side of the Lion lathe at the chip pan, and let's see how much this little magnet will pick up out of the chip pan. Well, I'd say that's pretty impressive. You know, being in an oil system, at the bottom of a sump, this should collect a lot of stuff. We shouldn't have any issues, you know, with metal filings getting in places they shouldn't in the oil systems. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Just an easy little project you can do to improve the lifetime of your machine. Works on engines, works on metalworking machines, works on anything with an oil system. Just a great addition that a lot of manufacturers don't do. And these magnets, I bought them off eBay. They're rather inexpensive. I think it was like 30 bucks for that whole stack of them I had there for this size. And I bought some big ones and put inside the headstock of the Lion lathe. So just trying to improve the longevity of my equipment with collecting all the fine material that, you know, wears over time inside the oil systems. So when this video comes out, we will probably be getting back to Fort Lauderdale. We are actually going on a cruise on the Celebrity Apex. We are going to Puerto Rico, Tortola and St. Kitts, and then back to Fort Lauderdale, and then flying home. So trying to get a quick video done for you guys this week, and then next week we're going to get into some really cool and interesting stuff. But I just needed to get away from this frozen hell for a while. This winter has been the worst one that I can ever remember. So with that, until next time, get out in your shop and get it done right. the first time.